Okay, so if you've ever bought anything that's mains powered from China, you may have received something like this in the box. This is what Big Clive refers to as a Death-Daptor. If you haven't heard of Big Clive, by the way, I'll put a link in the video description. You should check out his channel, he's great. So yes, this is a travel adapter. Travel adapter for export only. So this is what comes with mains powered Chinese things, especially if they're not configured to plug in directly in your country. The way that normally works is, so here's a charger for 18650 batteries, and it's got, I think that's probably meant to be a US style 2-pin plug there, and I was supplied this with it, which is a thing that plugs into UK 3-pin. Now, but it also does this sort of thing. And actually you can plug that into UK 3-pin, and then you can plug almost anything into there. Now, in terms of plugging almost anything into there, this socket configuration here is actually intended so you can plug very nearly anything into this socket. So you can plug US 2-pin, you can plug Euro 2-pin, you can plug, well, any number of different country standards. I think nearly all of them will fit in here some way or other. So you can plug nearly anything into this, including scissors, screwdrivers, or the fingers of a small child. And I guess that's why Big Clive calls it a Death-Daptor, because coming from the UK, as I do, where I'm accustomed to 3-pin plugs like this, which have got an almost absurd set of safety features. They are in fact almost ridiculously safe. This is the solid standard we're used to. This thing feels like there's almost nothing to it. It's like a hollow piece of plastic. It's very insubstantial, very flimsily made. So I thought it'd be interesting to open it up and have a look inside. So let's do that now. Okay, so yeah, all we've got is these two little pin pieces here, which contact these little spring terminal pieces. And yeah, the construction is it's just made of pressed nickel plated, well, nickel plated something, possibly nickel plated steel, maybe nickel plated copper or brass. But there we go, there's just almost nothing to them. And these are just designed, that one's meant to be the ground or earth. That's meant to be the, let's have a look, that'll be the live and neutral. So there's just almost nothing to them, but look at I can bend that with my fingers, that plastic casing, and the apertures there are easily big enough for pens and screwdrivers and scissors and any kind of metal object, or indeed a child's finger could probably go in that hole. So there we go. I was expecting maybe to see a little bit more in here than we've actually found, but there really isn't very much inside them. Probably the best way to illustrate how flimsy and insubstantial these clips are is actually just to shake them in my hand, and you can hear that they're just like little pieces of tin. So my recommendation is not to use one of these. If at all you can avoid it, not to use one of these Death-Daptors at all. Either get something that's solidly constructed which is like a visitor adapter for your country. So here's one I've got, which is a UK 3-pin plug, and it's a visitor adapter for the Euro style plugs. Or, if you can, cut off the cable and wire on a compliant plug from your country. So there we go, that's Death-Daptors, that's what's inside. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.